Hello, my friends. AmyR here with Prairie Paper and Ink. Welcome back to the Face and the Card Making Space. And my version of Clean and Simple, for those that know me and watch my videos, you guys know, I don't do a whole lot of Clean and Simple. I like to add everything but the kitchen sink, you know? However, this is my version of it. And I used a combination of a couple newer release products, some oldie but goodie favorites. This time, instead of using my go-to mushroom wafer die set, I used the tall mushrooms. This came out last year. I forget when. Like I ever remember. I've done a video or two using these. They're cute. They're smaller. They're cute. So I used those and did some simple ink blending, a little bit of splatter. This card is for this week's Color Throwdown Challenge, which I will have a link to in my blog post, which is always linked directly below the video. Color Throwdown Challenge, just for fun. There's a new one every week. Gets people thinking outside the box in terms of color combos, which is why I love it. And as always, I will have links to everything I used in the description box below the video. My links are affiliate links. That just means that if you end up clicking on one of my links, end up placing an order, I get a little kickback from that at no extra cost to you. It's what helps pay the bills and keep the channel going. And yeah, let's get into making this card. So as I like to do quite often, especially when it's a all die cut card, is I did all my die cutting off screen, had it all done, ready to go on my little pieces in one of my little trays here. And then I've got a little grip mat so I can stick my pieces to it and do some ink blending. And I'm starting with this Iceland Poppies wafer die set. This was one of the newer sets from Simon Says Stamp's June release, and I love it. I love the shape of them. I've talked about this. I love Poppies, like stamps, dies, the actual real florals. But yeah, this little die set is just, do not be surprised if you guys see this make many appearances on my channel, because I love it. So this time, this was me kind of mixing it up a bit. I die cut it a couple times, and then I put the pieces for the florals onto one of my little grip mats. And I'm inking from the tips of the petals towards the center. Normally, it is force of habit for me to ink from the center out, like the base of the petals. That's just how my brain sees it. But I actually took inspiration from the packaging. And that's how it was. The color, was coming from the tips of the petals. And I was like, I kind of like that. I do. I really like that. So why not? Why not try that? So I'm using a couple shades of Simon's Pawsitively saturated inks. I used the lightest and the medium. Yes, the lightest and the medium color from this trio. So I started with Punch and just a small blending brush and just kind of dragged that from the edges of the petals towards the center. And then I took one of Simon's narrow brushes, and I'm using the darker shade. So this is Sangria, and dragging that sort of from the divots on the petals. Yeah. This is just going to give everything a little bit more depth, a little bit more movement in a sense, and just gives it that little extra something. I don't do this very often on die cuts, but the times I do it, it's like, yeah, this just gives it a little extra something. Another way to, if you don't want to get fiddly with the details, is just to take a little bit of the darker color and just blend it like I did the first color. That's normally what I would do. But this time I thought I would mix it up a little bit and just add this detail. So I did all of that, and then realized that I didn't do the pieces that are kind of the petal that would be facing us. So grab those, and then now need to do the exact same thing. So I stuck them to my little grip mat, added the punch color with my little blending brush, and then went in with the Sangria and the little narrow brush to add a bit of detail to that as well. So I did all of that, and then for the greenery, like the stems and the centers, I will do all of that at the same time as the little stems of the mushrooms and whatnot, because I die cut those from craft cardstock. So speaking of the mushrooms, these little tall mushrooms that came out whenever, again, I forget. I should start marking on my packaging like when this was released, because I forget, but like it matters. It's been out for a while. It's a cute set. And for the tops, I'm using 2 shades of blue this time. So I started with Marine, and then I went in with Royal just to deepen it up. And same thing. I had stuck them to my little grip mat, added the colors, and then pulled those off of there. And now I'm going to do the undersides of the mushroom caps, the stems of the florals, and the centers. And all of these I die cut from Neenah Desert Storm cardstock, because that is my just like go-to favorite craft cardstock of all time. And craft was one of the colors for this challenge. And I was originally going to just like have everything die cut in white, which you can see there in the corner, and just blend the brown inks onto it, because these kind of make sort of a craft color. But die cutting from scraps of the Desert Storm won, because I love it. So I could have just left them as is, but this again gives depth just a bit, keeping it simple. So I started with cappuccino ink, same thing. Use my little blending brush, just kind of slap that onto all these pieces. The undersides of those mushrooms, like the splotches of ink, those don't matter. That all gets covered up, because you're only going to see the spots with the detail, because the blue pieces will cover that, which I'll show when I assemble everything. And then I took another one of the fine, like thin brushes, and the darker shade, which is mocha, and just kind of added that to the mushroom caps. I also added it to what will be the flower centers. Removed all of that. And then another oldie but goodie favorite that I've used many times in many videos is the FIDDLY leaf little wafer die. And same thing, I die cut it from some scraps of the Desert Storm cardstock, stuck that to my grip mat, and then I'm going to add the brown inks to this as well, just to give everything that little bit of depth. All of this will dry back. Simon's Pawsitively saturated inks, they soften and dry back and lighten up a little bit as they fully dry in the cardstock. So this will just give everything just that little extra something. So blended the cappuccino ink on that one, decided not to add the darker shade, just kept it lighter. And then to assemble, super simple. So I'm going to assemble my little florals here, and same thing, you just kind of follow the packaging and you adhere the 2 little layers together. Stick on a little flower center. This is where my little embellishment wand always comes in handy, so I don't have to fiddle with little tiny pieces. And then you stick the little petal on, the one that's facing us. And then we've got our little floral. And like I said, they're so cute. They're not so tiny that they're, super fiddly, but they're also not so huge that they take up a whole card. But you guys know I love me some large florals. These are just a cute little size. And they go with this little mushrooms, all the things. So just makes me happy. So assembled the one floral and then stuck it onto one of the stems. I'm going to do the exact same thing with the other floral shape. Adhere the 2 pieces together, stick one of the centers on, add the little final little petal to complete it, and then adhere it to a stem. And then I've got my little florals. I'll repeat that on the other ones, because I die cut extras, of course, because I like to put something on the inside of my cards. So I was like, I'll have some extras. We'll work with those. So I got those assembled. And then for the mushrooms, same thing. Like super easy to assemble these. You've got the underside, the stem. You can adhere it however you want. I just glue them together, kind of tilt things around a bit just to give everything just a little bit of a different look. And then you'd hear the little top of the mushroom, and there you go. They're just, how can you not love these? So I'm going to assemble my little mushrooms. And then the other thing I also did was I die cut scraps of white cardstock using the nested domed arches frames. These are one of the newer die sets. In a previous release, I forget, like last year at some point, Simon had just nested domed arches wafer dies, which I've also used in many videos. Those are just the shape. These are now the frames, which is really nice, because they're just sort of a generic, what I call, sort of a generic shape that just can kind of work with anything, in my opinion. So I had die cut scraps with the nested dome, one of the frames. And I only die cut 2 layers for this. I didn't want to build a ton of like bulk and dimension on my card. Plus, I'm going to be layering all those assembled, mushrooms and florals, and that also has, dimension, layers of cardstock, etc. So I just stacked 2 of these together. And then another oldie but goodie favorite is the CZ Design Scripty Hello wafer die. This wafer die also has an outline, to frame it, but I just used the word. And I was going to stack all 3 together because that was my plan, but I stopped myself, and I'm glad I did. I only stacked 2 layers together, and I'll come back to the pieces I adhered together when I assemble the card front. But the top layer I stuck back onto my little grip mat, and I'm just adding those red inks to it, so the punch ink, and then I took the sangria and just blended that along the bottom so I get kind of an ombre look. And then yet another oldie but goodie favorite. This is the extra talkative stamp set. And I took one of the sentiments from the set and just stuck it onto an acrylic block, and I inked it up with that darker blue ink, so the royal ink. And I'm stamping that onto the inside of my card. And this is going to be a top folding A2 white note card. So 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 inches, and stamp the sentiment. And then I've got one of my little greenery pieces, and I'm going to adhere that to the inside with craft tacky glue, and still leaving space, to write to the recipient. And this was another one that, like, once everything got adhered, I loved that little arrangement, and I was like, this could be a clean and simple card front. I've talked about this a lot. I don't do a lot of clean and simple because I like to add everything to my cards. It's fun. But I technically do a lot of clean and simple on the insides of my cards. So I would still classify myself. I'm not a clean and simple card maker. That's just not what I do. I love it. Love watching other people make them, etc. But I technically do that on the insides. Go figure. It is what it is. I'm fine with it. Anyway, assembled the pieces, let them dry, flipped over the card, trimmed off the excess, and then closed my card, taped it down because I'm like fiddling and figuring out how I want to place everything. And now I'm going to start adhering all my little die cut pieces to this card front. So I adhered one of the little FIDDLY leaf pieces directly to the card base, and then adhered the frame over it. And then once that was in place, I can adhere the second FIDDLY leaf piece. I think it's another reason why I love it, because I love the name of it too, because it's fiddly. It's delicate, but it's so cute. So I adhered that, and then I'm going to start adhering my little florals, sticking those into place. And then as it starts coming together, because as always, I had sort of a rough idea in my head as I was making this, but not fully fleshed out until I start, adhering things. So get my florals into place, decided to only adhere 2. So the other one was just a bonus extra. I'm fine with that. And I'm going to adhere my mushrooms. So I trimmed down the stem of this one because the stems are tall. Like, these mushrooms are not very large die cuts, but the stems, especially for the biggest one, is very, very long. So it just depends on what, kind of what you're going for. But I trimmed that one down, adhered it into place, and then added the last 2. Fiddled with the, 3rd flower for a minute, but I was like, no, it's not working. I like it like this. So adhered all that into place, and then I'm going to add a bit of splatter. Just a bit, not a ton. The fun thing is I'm using this Yasutomo Pale Gold watercolor. And I've talked about this because I've used it in many recent videos. And it is mostly matte. Not fully, but it dries fairly matte. And on this card specifically, it ends up just going with the craft cardstock. It doesn't distract from it. When I was like kind of planning out this card and everything, I was going to add like more gold details because I made a very similar card not too long ago, and I used the same like arch wafer die, etc. But I used like gold glitter, and I was almost going to do all of that on this, and I was like, no, just dial it back. But I still couldn't not use the splatter. It just needed to be there. And I'm glad I did, because when it dried, I was like, that actually it doesn't read gold, and I'm fine with that. It's a bit of a subtler look. And I also used just a small brush this time, not my big fan brush. So I got just more delicate splatter as well. And I always make up for it. The next one will have like 4 different types of splatter and, 15 different types of bling. You guys know it's fun, but sometimes it's fun to just rein it back just a smidge. So those 2 die cuts for the Hello Word die, this is why I set them aside, because this way I can get this sentiment into place on top of that die cut frame, because it's 2 layers of cardstock, without having to sit and trim the teeniest little bits of foam tape, because I've also talked about this in videos. Not my favorite thing to do. In fact, I will do everything to avoid that. So instead, I just trimmed pieces of those 2 layered die cuts that I had and adhered them where they needed to be so that I can adhere this into place and it will sit flush on this card front. So harder to explain than what you guys could see there on screen, but it was super simple. And then that just fits nicely, isn't gonna smush at all, and it just works. So then the last thing I did was I dug through my multiple lifetime stash of bling and found some confetti that went very nicely with these colors. And this is just some Trinity Stamps Glacier confetti. So I sprinkled that amongst the splatter, you know, kind of in the same direction here, and then adhered those into place with little dabs of craft tacky glue, and that finished off this card. So, like I mentioned in the intro, I will have links to all the things in the description box below the video, and then if you check out my blog post, which will be directly linked below as well, I'll have a link to the challenge. You guys can check it out, play along if you'd like. It's super fun. And yeah, all that info will be below. Thank you all so very much for taking the time to watch my videos, for thumbs upping and commenting. It helps a ton. I really appreciate it. Subscribe if you haven't. I'd love to have you. And I'll see you all very soon in the next one. Bye.